What's going on? Welcome everybody to episode 20 of Rickle Me Pick. And today we have a great episode, man, because not only is it episode 20, which means, I made it 20 episodes, but I'm doing something in honor of one of my most favored, most nostalgic, grew up on this voice, on this actor, on this person since I was just, a child, as far as I can remember, man. So, like I said, today's show is in honor of the top 6 very Keith David moments. That's right. And for those that don't know or are not familiar with who Keith David is, this man has done like almost every voice in every cartoon. He's done Goliath in Gargoyles. He did the original T'Challa in Black Panther. He did the original Spawn. He did, Apollo and Hercules. The list goes on, man. He did the council member number 1 in Final Fantasy, Tublat in Legend of Tarzan, Despero in the Justice League. He was Atlas and Teen Titans. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on, man. What your Proud Family, fan? He was Bebe Clone in Proud Family. Saints Row, he was Julius Little. Man, the guy's been around forever. His voice has been around forever, and it's one of the most legendary voices in the game, bro. At least in my opinion. So, like I said, this episode is all Keith David. So, if you're a fan of Keith David, then you're in the right place.
Oh, yeah!
However, if you're not a fan of Keith David, well, I guess you're in the wrong place.
Welcome to hell, motherfucker!
so oh shit. Oh, hey man, there was like a million Keith David clips I wanted to add into the show, and for copyright reasons I can't because I already have like a bunch of other shit. And yeah, it was a whole lot of fucking clips of Keith David, most of them saying motherfucker or calling somebody a bitch or a peckerwood. But yeah, it was definitely a lot of clips that didn't make it on here. So, like I said, this is my top 6 favorite Keith David moments. And without further ado, man, we're gonna go ahead and jump right into number 6. Well, before we get into number 6, let me go ahead and point this out. So as far as Rick and Morty goes, Keith David has 2 voices in Rick and Morty. He has the reverse draft, as well as he has the well-known Mr. President. So, oh shit. But so you know what I'm saying? He's come out in every single season. Him and Rick, for those that don't know, him and Rick have a love-hate relationship. And at the end of the day, man, the president is just an I do what I want for myself type motherfucker, man. And Keith David perfectly fits that role, man. So, like I said, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get into number 6.
General, we still have the nuclear option. On my word, we can launch a missile at every one of those heads in the sky.
Our planet's held captive on a live game show, and your solution is to shoot the audience? You can put your faith in nukes if we get through this, General. Until then, I'll put mine in Rick and Morty. Get swifty with a jam.
Coming in at number 6, man, Swifty is my jam. Obviously, that was the infamous Get Swifty episode. Came down, planets came down, and they had to put on, a performance. Let me see what you got. And Rick and Morty showed them what they got. They got down. They got Swifty, to be exact. And while the general was trying to, sabotage the plan and just, go on a vigilante mission, Mr. President held it down and he informed them as well as backed up Rick and Morty at the end and actually got down and got Swifty on stage with him. So that is my number 6, man, because that's one of the first episodes that we see the love portion, you know what I'm saying, between Rick Morty and the president. Um, you know, this is the first time we've seen the president need Rick and Morty to help them, save the world. Even though, we know that it's happened, multiple times prior to that. But this is the first time that we actually seen it. And everything seems to be on good terms, man. You know what I mean? The president's happy. Rick and Morty are happy. They're jamming out. So that was definitely fitting for my number 6. So let's jump right into number 5. And at this point in time, things start to shift.
When should we reveal we can see them?
We're holding all the cards right now. We don't show any before the time is right.
Awesome.
Yellow.
Hi, guys. U.S. President calling. How's it going?
What do you think, Morty, a month?
Fingers crossed a month, yeah.
You lying dicks! I see your asses playing Minecraft. I got you on satellite.
So this here comes in at number 5 because this is the beginning of the hate that we get to see between the president and Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty were sent on a mission by the president, and they said, fuck it. You know what I mean? They just didn't want to do anything. They went home and played Minecraft. And the president, like, they do, was spying on Rick and Morty and knew they were full of shit. Rick and Morty gave them a bullshit lie saying they were still in the tunnel. And as we could see, the president was spying on them. So at this point, this is the same episode where the president shrinks down and Rick and Morty make fun of him for shrinking down. But this was, like I said, this was the first time we actually got to see the hate, between the president and Rick and Morty. And this was also the infamous episode where Morty just wanted a fucking selfie and the president was just being an asshole and didn't want to give him a selfie. You know what I mean? So it boils up, the pettiness between all three of them just boil up, and it goes beyond shit talking with Rick and the president because they end up having to throw fucking hands, as we all know. So that was number 5. I named it I See You Dicks. Oh, well, actually it's I See You SOBs, but yeah. So let's jump into number 4. Now number 4 is one of the classics, man. And not only is it a classic, but I'm gonna explain. It actually has a lot of tie. You know what I'm saying? So it's a funny ass clip. Like I said, man, he's a man of many voices. So without further ado, let's get into number 4.
Is anyone here even real? Am I the only real person on Earth?
Maybe. Or maybe, just maybe, we're all real. You know me, I'm reverse giraffe. I have a short neck and legs. I went to college with Hammer Eye. Hey! I saved Ghost in the Jar's life in Vietnam.
Hurrah!
And Beth, how many times have I been a shoulder for you to cry on?
Too many.
First of all, let's just clarify that none of those actions happened. He did not save Ghost in a Jar in Nam. He was not a shoulder to cry on for Beth. And he did not go to college with Samurai. You know what I mean? So none of those happened. And so we all do know him. That is reverse draft. You know what I mean? He has a short neck, long legs. And that is one of the second characters that Keith David does play. And the reason I love this clip is because, one, this is the only other character that Keith David plays in Rick and Morty. But not only is that, but like when you watch the whole scene, like he's convincing everybody that Rick isn't real. You know what I mean? This is the ones with the parasite, and they get into everybody's mind and they make them, believe. This is the one where they had a cousin Tony, you know what I'm saying, talking about, hey, I'm walking here. They had Sleepy Gary, Jerry's lover, and best lover as well. Like I said, they had the samurai, they had Pencil Vester. This is the first time we get to see in this episode. This is the first time we get to see Mr. Poopy Butthole. So this episode alone had like 200 side characters or some shit like that. You know what I mean? So for Keith David to stand out, in my opinion, in it as reverse draft, you know what I'm saying? That it was obviously had to come in at number 4 for me. And this is the only time we get to see him as reverse draft. We get to see him as Mr. President, you know what I mean, all the time. But this was the only time that we've gotten to see him as reverse draft. So I'm actually looking forward to seeing in the future if we're gonna get other Keith David characters. Hints. Comedy Central, Adult Swim, Rick and Morty, Dan Harmon, Justin Roiland. But let's go ahead and jump into number 3. Oh, this is where it starts getting good. Number 3, let's go.
That's Rodriguez and Fincher, sir.
It's Rick and Morty, you useless.
Mr. President.
Sanchez admitted. You lose. Say it, I'll let your loser ass go. No goddamn eyes out.
Ow! Hey! My glue! Hey, back off!
Blueberries! We got blueberries still in that pan!
Hey, that's not me.
All right, and we're back. I'm not really sure what the hell just happened there, but yeah, we're back. And let's see, where did we leave off? All right. So before we got cut off, we had number 6, we had Keith David getting Swifty. We had at number 5 where he was spying on Rick and Morty and he knew they were full of shit and they were lying. At number 4, we had Reverse Draft. And at number 3, we had the turkey fight where he was turned into a turkey. Rick and Morty turned into turkeys and they straight duked it out. So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into number 2. Let's see. Wait a minute. Uh-oh. Let me see. Yeah, I don't know what the hell happened, man. Everything just blacked out, I guess. I don't know. All right, here we go. taking a little second. Unprepared. You know what I'm saying? Should have had it already. Thought I had number 2 already done, but guess not. But here we go.
I'm sure you did. Dismissed.
Dismissed?
Yeah, dismissed. Not needed here. You can leave and nobody will care. Have you never heard that before?
Do you even know how to take out this kind of threat?
We're not taking it out. We're going to shrink down and approach them diplomatically.
We're technically your boss.
Oh, please, Morty. You pay as many taxes as you have pubes.
Oh, I got pubes, Commander and Queef. You want to count them? Commander and Queef.
That's it. Do it.
Eat my shrinking fast!
There he goes. All right, let's get out of here, Morty.
So there you have it at number 2, Commander in Queef. This was the same episode. Where we went back to number 4, number 5, where we saw it earlier. Number 5, where they were spying on Rick and Morty. This is later on in the episode, where basically he told Rick and Morty they are now terrorists and they are no longer needed, and he had them arrested just for Rick and Morty to get the fuck out, that easily once he was done. But the hate between Rick and Morty just kept building up at this point, and it just kept getting more and more serious. You know what I mean? So that's why this episode came in at number 2. Not to mention, it's the back and forth. A lot of this shit it's the banter between the president and whoever, because he goes at whoever, man. And I think it has to do a lot with, like I said, I've been watching and listening to Keith David for years, and I just love like his sarcasm and his comedy. So I think a lot of this banter has to do with the fact that I love his style of comedy and his smart assness and the dry humor, and you know what I mean. It just fits perfect, man. So a lot of these may not be like your favorites, but they were definitely mine, man, because of the personality he puts into it. You know what I mean? So at number 6, we had Swifty. At number 5, he was spying on Rick and Morty. At number 4, we had the reverse draft. At number 3, we had the turkey fight. At number 2, we just seen the Commander and Queef back and forth between him, Rick and Morty. So we finally come to number 1, and this probably is hands down, well, obviously, hands down my favorite. Any of these can change on a daily basis, depending on how I feel. But this number 1 spot, it's not going to change, man. Unless something in the future Rick and Morty's, you know what I'm saying, come out and it's just like, oh, that shit's dope. As of now, within the last 5 seasons, this spot is not going to change. So let's go ahead and get into number 1.
Let's go, bitch. So be it. I've underestimated you. I beat you. Look at me, you turkey-ass bitch. Is that a wishbone? I wish to explode.
He said, "Look at me, you turkey ass bitch." Hey, man, that scene right there is hands down my number 1 favorite Keith David moment. And I'm gonna tell you why. It's easy. Because there was 2 presidents. There was 2 Keith Davids at the time. You know what I'm saying? He had a voice fucking both of them. And you know what I'm saying? The whole fight scene, the whole fucking tear out the wishbone and blow it up. You know what I mean? Fucking, it was just well put together. Fucking, when that episode first came out, man, I remember I watched that shit like 10 fucking times, bro, like back to back, because I love that scene like just that much, man. The fight, you know what I mean? He stabs him in the fucking in the chest with a was it like corn and shit? What's that shit called? I don't even know what that shit's called, man. But it was fucking it was a great episode. That, like I said, that goes back to number 3 where they had the turkey fight where Rick and Morty were a turkey and the president turned into a turkey. Man, that is hands down one of my favorite episodes, bro. So, like I said, at the number 1 spot, we had the turkey president versus the regular president. Keith David, the great acting, great voiceover. Um, like I said, we look forward to seeing what Rick and Morty's gonna do with Keith David. Obviously, we're gonna get. I already know we're gonna get the president in season 6. That's a given. But will we get other characters from Keith David? Like I said, we got Reverse Draft. That's the only one we've had in the last 5 seasons. But the man is fucking talented, man. And like I said, I wanted to give up this episode to Keith David, man. You know what I'm saying? A little tribute to him, because like I said, I grew up listening to this man's voice and damn near almost every fucking favorite cartoon of mine. Spawn was my favorite cartoon growing up, man. I watched Gargoyles like a motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Black Panther. You know what I'm saying? Like, then he was in Something About Mary. You know what I'm saying? The old pork and beans scene. Like, you can't forget that fucking moment. What was he in? Shit, man. Fucking he's been in everything. What was it? Armageddon. He was in damn, the military one, man. What was it? With yeah, I don't know fucking what it's called, man. But yeah, man, the man motherfucker's been in everything, man. But like I said, I wanted to give this up, man, to Keith David. Next week, let me see. What are we doing next week? So we got another top 6 next week. And I don't know, man. So we did a character this week. I want to do a genre next week. Let me think about it, man. I don't know. We gonna think, but we're gonna have a good one for next week, man. We're gonna have another top 6, because like I said, we're gonna continue doing these top 6s until season 6, comes out. We did, for those who don't know, you know what I'm saying, this may be your first time watching. Last week we did top 6 Jerry moments. Oh, you got to watch the very Jerry moments. That one was a good one. And then the week before that, we did top 6. I can't remember. But I know we did something the week before that, man. My mind can only do 1 week back at a time, man. So you got to bear with me. But next week, like I said, we're going back to a genre, and we're going to do a top 6 something. Oh, that's right. That's what we did before the top 6. Last week we did the top 6 very Jerry moments, and then the week before that we did the top 6 characters. That's who the fuck we did. You know what I'm saying? I forgot who took the number 1. Oh yeah, motherfucking Scary Terry took the number 1 spot, man. Go check that shit out. Episode 18, I believe it is. You know what I'm saying? Episode 19 was the very Jerry moments, and you're here at episode 20 as we just finished up and we wrapping up the top 6 Keith David moments, man. Hey, this episode's been fun because, like I said, I have fun putting these clips together. Also going through the clips of Keith David while I was doing this, man, just because, like I said, like, the man's a fucking living legend still. His voice will always be remembered. You know what I'm saying? And I look forward to, you know what I'm saying, the future work that this man is going to come out with, man. Not, you know what I'm saying, not just in Rick and Morty, but just in general. So without anything else on the agenda, I think we're gonna go ahead and wrap that up, man. And like I said, this was a special late night Saturday stream. Yeah, one of those. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be a little busy tomorrow night with work. So, you know what I mean? I couldn't come to you on the Sunday evening, so I gave it to you on the Saturday evening. So I appreciate everybody that tuned in, man. I appreciate everybody that joined. In case you know what I'm saying, for those who don't follow me, man, you want to follow me on Instagram. If you're into the if you're into the Rick and Morty stuff and you want to see strictly Rick and Morty, follow me at Rickle Me Pick. Or you can follow the entire universe of what I do, the entire world of what I do at NR_originals. And you know what I'm saying, that goes for Twitter and Twitch as well. You can follow me at NR_originals. I do get down on the duty on the Twitch. So, you know what I'm saying? If you on there, you want to get down on some Madden, like I said, you know what I mean? Duty and Madden, that's what I do, baby. So, hey, it's been a pleasure, man. I appreciate everybody tuning in. I appreciate everybody listening. For those that listening on the straight podcast, I appreciate y'all, man. You know what I mean? You can't see what I'm doing, but you can hear what I'm doing. So I appreciate, you know what I'm saying, you doing what you're doing. And so without further ado, we're gonna head out and enjoy your weekend, man. Peace.